So, Jamie Cyphers is on defense, John Mitchell's playing in the lineup too, Jeremy Williams scored another goal, and Pogge gets his first NHL win. Who do I cheer for? Just make a hybrid team like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Patent pending. Leafs beat the Thrashers 6-2, and this is what wearing two hats does to your head. Once again, the Leafs beat the Thrashers 6-2 for Justin Pogge's first career NHL win. Former Calgary Hitman and Canadian World Junior. And guys, I don't want to be a rotten winner or anything, but the Thrashers stink. I was actually having a debate with my friend, like, do you think a team in the KHL could beat the Thrashers? Do you think Modo could beat the Thrashers in the Swedish League? Because I do. And guys, sorry, I'm getting just exhausted saying this over and over again, so here it is.
Jeremy Williams scored again.
He's got 5 goals in 6 games since being called up from the Marlies, and if he wants to go for 6 and 7, all I gotta do is push a button, and...
Jeremy Williams scored again.
Pretty much. And an unnamed news channel said today that, maybe when we call up the Marlies, we should give them a little more ice time rather than saying, no, you're off if you don't score a goal in the first 2 minutes. Did I not say that last year? If I had the time, I would make a montage, I swear. Leave me alone, I'm making a montage of myself! But the Leafs are looking like an offensive juggernaut all of a sudden. They got 13 goals in the last 2 games, and they came out hard again in this one, outshooting Atlanta by, well, a lot. Matt Stajan had a 3-point night, and he's creeping up on his total from last season already. And Pogge already has a career high in wins. Seriously though, Justin Pogge played a pretty good game, even though, I mean, the Thrashers weren't all that threatening tonight. But, hey, I'll take it. And I'm sure he will too. From a development standpoint, I'd like to see Pogge play more than 5 games this season, but probably less than 10. Then again, I guess that depends on Toskala's injury. And for the second time in a row, I'm going to address the members of Tank Nation that say, oh, the Leafs got to come in last in order to get a good pick. Guys, not to brag or anything, but are the Leafs going to be able to stink more than the Thrashers? Even if Brian Burke decides to clean house at the trade deadline, guys, there is an unprecedented level of suck in the NHL. I mean, after the lockout, everyone was saying, oh, it's great, things are so much more even! Well, that lasted, didn't it? Yeah, and players aren't signing for tens of millions of dollars in the summer, no. Why was there a lockout again? Congrats, Pogues, you deserved it. And guys, I didn't say it last video because I hadn't seen the footage yet, but as long as we're talking about the Thrashers, I might as well talk about it. Did anybody see what Sid the Kid did to Vlahovic on the Thrashers? While one of the Penguins was holding him down, Sid the Kid hit Vlahovic repeatedly, glove on, once in the back of the head. And Vlahovic was just kind of bent over, hunched on the ice, and Crosby gave him a good one in the back of the thigh. Somehow I don't think that's what he was aiming for. Oh! A few people have posed the question, how is this any different than what Todd Bertuzzi did to Steve Moore? Well, there's some pretty distinct differences, but in principle, yeah, it was kind of the same act. Punched him, glove on, in the back of the head. And you know, I'm not Colin Campbell, I'm not Gary Bettman, I'm not going to talk about whether this guy should be suspended or not. All I'm going to say is I'm one of the guys who's defended Crosby every time someone has criticized him, and not so sure I'm going to do that anymore. I've lost a lot of respect for him after seeing that footage. Oh, and now he's the all-time vote-getter for the All-Star Game. So now second all-time is Jaromir Jagr, and third is Barack Obama. Dude, he is everywhere! So that's good though, eh? Your all-time All-Star vote-getter, the face of your league, punching guys in the back of the head. That's awesome, NHL. That's really good. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest, because I mean, if you're going to call some people for it, if you're going to suspend some people for it, then suspend everyone for it, okay? Well, that's all I got to say today. The Leafs, or the Marlies, or the Maple Leafs win 6-2 against the Thrashers. They play Dallas next. I think I'm going to hold on to this.